This is outrageous. It's unfair.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Wouldn't it be cool if Mace Windu were to come back to life? Samuel Jackson asked George Lucas once behind the scenes if he can still be alive, and George confirmed it. He said, "Sure, you can be alive, I'm okay with that." Sam's argument is Jedi can fall from immense heights, so with someone as powerful as Mace Windu, it definitely seems possible. Funny enough, while there is obviously nowhere in the Star Wars universe, especially now with Disney back, or even when George was in control of everything, did we ever hear of anything to do with Mace Windu returning, or how it would be done, if it were to be. And while of course this video isn't George bringing Mace back, it is the only thing in history of Star Wars about this topic, that we know of publicly at least. It all went down in between the takes during the Jedi Council scene of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, where Anakin was denied the rank of Master. So between takes, as chairs were being rearranged around the set of the Jedi Council chambers, there was laughter between everyone on set, and the actors started joking about how Mace could return. They joked about how Mace wasn't really dead and how he should be brought back. Here's what's written in the book of The Making of Revenge of the Sith. I think you guys will get a laugh out of it. While Philip Wade, Plo Koon, and Tay Baylis, Stas Ali, are being touched up by Creatures Department technicians, Silas Carson, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and Jackson arrive. "You're a hologram from my Guido listening to Yoda on Kashyyyk," Lucas says to Carson, who seems perplexed by the director's relatively esoteric vocabulary. "I had no clue what George was talking about," Carson would later confess. "Okay, the next shot is of Aegon Kolar and Anakin," Fletcher says, and the chairs are reoriented. While waiting, there's a fair amount of joking that Mace Windu isn't really dead, and that during the credits, he could perhaps crawl back through the window with his clothes just a bit tinged. "Yeah," Jackson says, "Mel Gibson could do it, the resurrection." And then it goes on to say more about, rehearsals and stuff like that. But I think this is really cool since it's like the first time we actually hear about the cast and crew with George around talking about Mace coming back. Now, while obviously, of course, they were joking, I think this fan fiction that they all created with George in the room was really epic. I mean, just imagine if we had gotten that scene at the end of the credits, kind of like a Marvel sort of thing, but I still think it would be pretty cool if we got that. The depressing ending of Revenge of the Sith, the credits roll, black screen, and then boom, Palpatine's office. Nothing but the sound of air whistling through the cracks of glass in the window. The room desolate and cold as the camera focuses on the ledge of the window in Chancellor Palpatine's office. Suddenly, Mace's only hand would emerge and grasp as hard as it could to the floor railing, his robes showing burnt char marks. Then we quickly cut to black, obviously with dramatic music of course too. That would have been literally like the biggest cliffhanger in history. I mean literally here, he'd be hanging over the edge and we never really would know what happened. Perhaps he'd go to live another day, to fight in the future, or maybe he'd help defend against Order 66, or perhaps he would lead the very first rebellion, which, in my fan film, is kind of what he does. He rounds up the remaining Jedi survivors of Order 66 that he could find, and goes to Naboo to draw Vader in and kill him. I would have really loved for that scene to have happened. I mean, just imagine if George was like, okay, sure, yeah, I like that. And then we got it. I mean, maybe Disney wouldn't pick up on it, or, they would just leave it as a cliffhanger like that, but I think it would be really sweet. So Disney or Lucasfilm, if you guys are watching this, please bring Mace back. It would be such a sweet story, and I think, we really want to see it. You can kill him, of course, but just bring him back and have Vader fight him in the comics or something. Anyways, guys, let me know what you all think about the possibility of Mace returning. I mean, I know they were kidding, but still the fact that it was mentioned in Sam Jackson and George's presence, along with the rest of the cast and crew, is pretty awesome. I thank you all for taking the time to watch today's video. I hope you guys are having an awesome day today. Hit like if you enjoyed it and you want more behind the scenes with Revenge of the Sith stuff, and I will see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. There's a trailer dropping soon for the fan film, so be on the lookout, guys. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
the Force will be with you always.
Now, fulfill